Good morning. Another day of lockdown, and I'm out at 6:30 in the morning for my allowed constitutional. Again, I'm not taking the mickey, I'm not going all day, and I'm not going on the footpaths, which has been worrying farmers in the countryside, and quite rightly, I guess, because farm workers are using the land and they're worried now about the farm workers who have to attend to the animals, and if the farm workers go down, they can't look after the animals, or they can't get on with sorting out crop growing and farm maintenance. So I think avoiding the footpaths, I was listening to the news earlier, and they were saying that people are disappearing into the countryside because they don't want to be conspicuous in the town. And of course these people are using the gates, they're using the stiles and all of that. So big problem. I'm in Worthing, down by the seafront, just coming through a park here with this rather lovely Art Deco shelter here on the seafront, and I thought I'd take a walk along the seafront, this time going east. I'm sure a lot of people may well do this in the daytime, so I figured the best time of day again is to go really early, and I want to try and avoid as many people as possible for obvious reasons. Just coming there, I don't know if you can just catch a glimpse of the pier in the background there. And actually, just going to walk down on the pebbles one more time. A lot of people have got up early, walking their dogs, and actually the tide is right out, and there are people walking. I don't know if you can see those figures staggering around. It is absolutely beautiful though. I'm going to stick to the main path today and just head west a bit, see where we go. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Ahead of me is the god-awful building that I think is a blot on the landscape here in Worthing. Apparently they're still building in there, I heard, even now with the lockdown. And on the left, these are the old artists' galleries, where artists come on the seafront here and paint and do their thing ordinarily, and you would be able to go and purchase your art on a less windier day. Right, I'm going to crack on a bit, catch up with you in a moment. I'm just the other side of that building now, coming down onto the beach a little bit. Crunch, crunch, crunch. I did have this crazy idea that I could walk along the seafront to Lancing, and I could go and see the lovely Julia, obviously not go in, but just wave at her through the window. That was an idea, but even at this time there are runners, people out walking their dog, and I just think that's going to be too dangerous because they're hot and sweaty, their particles will be in the air, and you just can't actually avoid them. Thought I'd come to this bit just to look at the lovely boats here. Worthing is one of the few places, I think, that you can still get fresh fish from the sea. I don't suppose they're doing that at the moment, but you can see they've got the boats, they've got their little numbers on their boats, stacks of boxes to put the fish in, and out they go early in the morning, middle of the night sometimes, I think, depending on what the tide's doing, and catch their fish and come back and set up shop on the shore here and let people come up and buy what they want. This is the sort of thing that they will sell the fish from, these wooden boxes, storages. They've all got individual numbers, and here you see a typical boat. And I notice at this end here, I just tilt down there, obviously an outboard engine can go down there, which is handy if they get into any trouble, I guess. Well, no, they're not sailing them. Silly me. They obviously put the engine in there and shoot out. Sorry, I had a slight mental aberration there. I want to go down onto the beach now to end this video, to give you an idea of the expanse of what the tide does when it goes out. I'm going to just walk down across these beautiful shingles. I noticed that it's bin day today and the bin men are out collecting their bins. I was a bit worried when I left my house. Had I put my bins out? I had. I don't know if I'd put everything in there that I needed to, but hopefully they'll be still working next week. I have been making other videos. Yesterday I was making videos, but of course I'm restricted to making them at home. I won't flout the rules because obviously I put my stuff up online and anybody can trace me, and people do put their comments and think even doing this is a bit much, but there's plenty of people going out walking, and we are incredibly distant from each and every one, so can't really see it's an issue. I'm going to try and avoid the water if I can, as I did yesterday, and just walk over these, but I don't know if you can see exactly how far out the tide has gone. It is quite a pebbly beach. You have got this grey sand. Fishermen come down here and dig up the lugworms or whatever they are. This is rather beautiful with the sun glistening on the water there. I don't know how many crabs and things you would find in the water, in the little pools. You probably would if you had the patience. But this gives you a sense of the scale here. This is rather beautiful, I have to say. This is something that I should do more frequently, really. Just come down in the mornings before the day starts, before I go walking elsewhere. Often I'm doing my upload and I'm answering comments in the mornings, getting cameras and stuff ready to go out so that by 9 o'clock I can get out. I usually leave after the rush hour, even though it may only be in Sussex or Surrey or Hampshire or wherever I happen to be going, unless it's on a trip, of course, and then I'm well away from home. And so I don't get to see this rather beautiful aspect. It is just so beautiful. I'm glad I've made the effort to do this. And then if I turn the camera round, you get an essence of the shore, or the sea, what would you call it? The main road where the houses are, where the land really starts, I suppose. Yeah, it's very nice. Let's see if I can just get up to the seafront before I finish. trying to see if I can get actually to the water's edge. I think the tide is now coming in. I hope you can hear it. It's very lovely. I'm at the edge, but I wanted to get up where the actual sea is cascading on top of each other. In the distance, the far distance, the pier jutting out, very lovely. I can see that there's water here coming back in. It's definitely coming in. You can actually hear it. It doesn't come in rapidly, so I'm in no danger, but I will head back now. There seems to be a way to avoid all the pebbles over there, so I'm going to get across whilst I can, just here, and once again say to you thank you very much for watching, and take care. I'm going to go around this way actually. Don't want to get my feet wet this early in the thing. I'll just run around here, be easiest. Another beautiful day. Stay safe, keep yourself healthy, whatever you do. Don't forget to give me a like, follow, subscribe, become a patron, support what I do if you can, and I will catch up with you on another walk somewhere else on my allowed daily exercise. As you can see, I'm not out for long. I don't want to abuse the system. Till next time, goodbye.